You think you've seen China, the Great Wall, the pandas, Shanghai's skyline. But what if I told you the real China has been hiding something? Something so impossible, so brutally beautiful that scientists called it a geological miracle. Travelers wept when they first saw it. Film directors said it couldn't be real and built entire blockbuster movies just trying to recreate it. What you are about to see is not CGI, not fiction, not a dream. These places are breathing, living right now, on Earth, and most of the world has never laid eyes on them. Welcome to EEX Earth. And welcome to the China they never showed you. How did these pillars defy gravity for 380 million years? Deep in Hunan province, something impossible stands in silence. More than 3,000 sandstone pillars pierce the sky, the tallest rising over 1,100 feet above the valley floor. These are the Avatar Mountains of Zhangjiajie. And before the world gave them that name, locals called this place something far older, the realm where the earth tried to touch heaven. These pillars were not carved by man. They were sculpted by 380 million years of geological force. Ancient seabeds pushed upward, cracked by time, split by ice, and carved hollow by water until only the strongest stone remained standing. Each column is a survivor, each one a monument to time itself. When James Cameron's team flew over Zhangjiajie, they abandoned their original concept for Avatar entirely. They said, nothing we can imagine competes with what already exists here. The floating Hallelujah Mountains in Avatar. This, exactly this, not inspired by it, traced from it. But here is what most people never learn. This park is also home to the Beilong Elevator, the world's tallest outdoor glass elevator, certified by Guinness World Records, soaring 326 meters in under 2 minutes. You step inside a glass box, you rise through a living cliff face, and when the doors open, the clouds are below you. Zhangjiajie does not ask you to believe in magic. It simply shows you that reality, when left alone for long enough, becomes indistinguishable from it. 999 steps to the gateway of heaven. "40 kilometers from Zhangjiajie city, there is a mountain with a hole in it. Not a small crack. Not a cave. A hole, 131 meters tall, 57 meters wide, punched clean through solid rock at the summit. The ancient people of Hunan province had one explanation. The gods cut it open so the sky could speak to the earth. They named it Tianmen Shan, Heaven's Gate Mountain. For centuries, this arch was considered sacred, a threshold between the mortal world and something beyond it. Emperors sent messengers, monks built shrines on the cliff's edge. The 4,100-foot summit was not just a mountaintop. It was believed to be the point where heaven and earth shared one breath. Today, to reach it, you must survive 3 things. First, the cable car. the longest passenger cable car in the world, stretching 7.5 kilometers, swaying above forests and clouds as it lifts you higher than most aircraft fly commercially. Second, the road. 99 hairpin bends carved into the mountain's face. A road so impossible that even the engineers who built it called it a miracle of human will. Third, the steps. 999 of them, steep and ancient, rising toward that arch in the sky. And when you finally walk through Tianmen cave, when you step from one side to the other and look down at 4,000 feet of empty air below you, something happens inside you. You understand, in a way no document or screen can teach you, why ancient people believed that standing here meant standing at the very edge of everything human and everything divine. Tianmen Shan does not just take your breath away, it makes you question what breath even is. Earth's rainbow, 24 million years of color. In the heart of northwest China, there is a mountain range that appears to be on fire. Not from heat, not from lava, from color. Striped in deep crimson, burnt orange, sulfur yellow, emerald, violet, and cream. The Zhangjiajie geopark looks less like a place on Earth and more like a painting made by something that was never human. National Geographic named it one of the top 10 geographical wonders in the world. Scientists gave it a more precise description: a Zhangjiajie landform, layers of red sandstone and conglomerate compressed over 24 million years, then uplifted, folded and weathered into ridges of color so intense they seem to vibrate. The colors shift with the light. In morning gold, the red layers glow like heated iron. At noon, the yellows turn electric. At sunset, the whole range appears to absorb the sky itself, burning of every shade between rust and wine. Photographers have been known to sit for entire days and never take the same photograph twice. But here's the fact that stops people cold. No two sections of this geopark look alike. Move 300 meters in any direction, and you're in a different world. Rounded smooth domes in one valley, razor-edged ridges in another, mushroom-shaped red towers in a third, wind-carved formations that look like ruins of an alien civilization. This is not one landscape, it is dozens layered inside each other, each one revealing itself only to those patient enough to walk further. Zhangjiajie does not reward those who glance. It rewards only those who stop completely and let the Earth show them what 24 million years of patience looks like. Zhangjiajie, where water forgets to be colorless. There is a valley in Sichuan province where the water is the wrong color. Not blue-grey like rivers, not brown like lakes after rain. The water here is turquoise, sapphire, jade, cobalt, and transparent emerald, all at the same time, in the same body of water, sometimes separated by only meters. Zhangjiajie Valley. And no filter was used, no color has been added. This is the water, exactly as it exists. The reason lies beneath the surface. Ancient glacial activity left the valley floor layered with calcium carbonate-rich travertine. This mineral reacts with light at different depths and angles to scatter color in ways that defy ordinary optics. The lakes here, more than 100 of them connected by waterfalls and rivers, each have their own color signature, their own specific shade, as distinct as fingerprints. UNESCO designated Zhangjiajie a World Heritage Site in 1992 and a World Biosphere Reserve the very next year. When the committee visited, the report described the valley as having quote, exceptional natural beauty. That is one of the most understated sentences in the history of human writing. Five Flower Lake glows in 5 simultaneous shades. Nuorilang Waterfall, the widest high-altitude waterfall in China, spreads 270 meters wide across a cliff draped in winter ice. Pearl Shoal cascades down shallow travertine shelves like a living curtain of silk. In autumn, the valley adds one more layer. The forests erupt into full flame. Reds, golds, and coppers reflected perfectly in those impossible lakes below. At that moment, Zhangjiajie becomes the most saturated place on the surface of the planet. And the only rational human response is complete, total, grateful silence. Li River, the landscape China put on its currency. There is a 20 yuan banknote in China. On its back, green hills rising sharp from still water, mist draped across their summits like a forgotten silk scarf. Most people assume it is an artist's imagination. It is not. It is the Li River in Guilin. Photographed from the yellow cloth shoal. And it looks exactly like that, every single day. The cast limestone peaks of Guilin were formed over 300 million years. The Li River carved through them slowly over millennia, leaving behind a valley that reads like the hand of a master painter who had unlimited time and zero reason to stop. The peaks rise abruptly from flat earth. No gradual slope, no foothills. Just flat, then suddenly vertical, then suddenly sky. The geological term is tower cast. The human response is speechlessness. Fishermen have worked this river for over 1,700 years. The village of Xingping is one of the oldest fishing communities in southern China, and they still fish the traditional way, with cormorants. Birds trained across generations to dive beneath the surface, catch fish in their gullets, and return to the boat. A ring around the bird's neck prevents it from swallowing. The fisherman retrieves the catch. And the cormorant dives again, lantern light dancing on black water, exactly as its ancestors did in the Tang dynasty. The reflection of those karst peaks in the river at sunrise, when the water is still and the mist rises from its surface, is the closest this planet comes to producing its own art without human assistance. No canvas, no brush, just water, stone, and 1,100 years of unchanged morning light, touching the same river, the same hills, the same silence, forever. Zhangjiajie, the dunes that make sound. In the Gobi Desert of Inner Mongolia, there are sand dunes that produce sound. Not the whisper of wind across sand. Sound, a deep, resonant, almost musical vibration that emerges from the dune itself when the air is right and the sand begins to shift. The locals called it the singing sand. Scientists spent decades trying to explain it. The best current theory involves grain size, silica content, and the precise way dry grains of sand release static charge as they slide over one another, creating acoustic waves that can reach 105 decibels, louder than a motorcycle, from sand. National Geographic named Zhangjiajie China's most beautiful desert. And this is not an easy title to hold. China contains parts of the Gobi, the Taklamakan, and the Ordos. But Zhangjiajie earned it because it combines something no other desert manages: towering dunes, some rising 500 meters, the highest stationary dunes on Earth, alongside over 140 freshwater and saltwater lakes hidden in their valleys. Lakes in a desert, fed by underground water systems that may originate in the Tibetan Plateau, hundreds of miles away. The water rises through deep aquifers into these low-lying basins and somehow stays, held in place between dunes that should, by every measure of desert logic, have buried them centuries ago. Some lakes are crystal clear, some are red from algae, deep, vivid crimson against pale sand. Temples built by monks dot the valley floors, sheltered between dunes for over 200 years. And above it all, on certain afternoons when the wind angle is exactly right, the dunes begin to sing. A low, ancient sound rising from millions of grains of sand in motion together. The desert, announcing itself to anyone willing to listen. Coiling Dragon Cliff, the road they said was impossible. Some places exist that human beings simply should not have been able to build, and yet they built them anyway. The Coiling Dragon Cliff Skywalk. Attached to the sheer face of Tianmen Mountain, a transparent glass pathway, cantilevered from vertical rock 4,600 feet above the valley floor. Below your feet, pure empty air. Below that, forests so small they look like moss. Below that, nothing visible at all. The construction required engineers to solve problems with no textbook solutions. How do you anchor glass to a cliff with no flat surface? How do you build scaffolding with no ground beneath your workers for 1,000 feet? The answer was you train people to do what every human instinct screams is impossible. And then you do it anyway. This is the spirit China has carried for thousands of years. The 99 Bend Road carved into sheer cliff. The Beilong elevator drilled through living rock. Monasteries cemented to vertical faces with no mortar stronger than belief. China is not just a country, it is a geological argument. A 4 billion year conversation between the Earth and everything that has ever tried to live on it. And we are just getting started. If this film moves something in you, subscribe to EEX Earth. Every week, we find the places this world is hiding, the ones that make you stop, the ones that remind you how extraordinary ordinary ground can be. EEX Earth. The world has more left to show you.